Come on in, y'all. It's time for another cuckoo session. I know I'm just popping in on here and nobody knows I'm coming. I didn't do any introduction or anything. I just kind of felt like I needed to speak. So I'm going to wait a few minutes and see if anybody comes in. And if I miss you, go back and listen. So we shall see. Still nobody in here. We've been in here, what, 54, 55 seconds? And still nobody's here. So let's see who's going to be the first one to join us. I'm just sitting and waiting. Let's see what's going to happen. Still recuperating from my bacon removal surgery. Or bacon slab. That's what I called it. My bacon slab removal. Yeah. That was Mimi's shadow. That passed through. Am I on? It says I'm on, but it's at like almost 2 minutes now and nobody's here. Y'all getting ready for the celebration tonight or what? I'm just going to wait a little bit more because I don't want to sit here and talk to myself. Because I think what I have to say is important. Something is just stirring inside me. There's an energy really strong in the air. I wonder if YouTube is just not going to let me speak today. Because this is the longest it's taken for anybody to pop in. So it's like I'm not even being heard. I wonder if that's what's going on. It still says 0. Folks are in here. So I don't know if that's the case or not. So I'm gonna wait just a little bit longer. Just to see. I'm gonna have another sippy. Because my warden is over there fussing at me. How much water did you drink today?
None, if I wouldn't have been here.
I was doing good for a few days.
And then I left, and that all ended.
Oh, one person's here. So someone hearing by hearing. I love that. I'm wondering if anybody can hear me, and hearing by hearing pops in. Hello, my darling. Good to see you. Doing so well. I am doing fantastic. And since you the first one here, let me stand up. This is I had the surgery December the 2nd. So let me show y'all. Hold on. I'm still a little bit sore, but let me see if I can move this up a little bit. Check this out, y'all. Remember, my belly was down to here. I still am wearing the binder on here, but the swelling has gone down quite a bit. The incision from hip to hip all the way across is healing beautifully, and the incision from my sternum down to just above the belly button is doing very well as well. The belly button is looking good, but below the belly button is where I developed some problems, like right in through this area right here, just a small little spot. But like I mentioned before, I've been using my natural remedy, which is yarrow flowers and the leaves, and also plantain. And what I did is I blended it up in a coffee grinder and put it in a piece of gauze made like almost like a long tea bag, and wet it with distilled warm water, and I put those compresses here and then covered it up, put my binder all over it, and it drew all of that infection and impurities or whatever was going on here up to the surface. So I've been doing that. This is what, a week and a half now, and the the drainage is almost completely stopped now, and the wound is closing. So I'm so happy. Natural medicine works, guys. And while I'm speaking about it, I told you that, guys, I'm going to be making blends and tinctures and poultices and different remedies, and it's going to be on my Etsy store. And I'm also getting ready to launch another product, non-alcoholic drinks and spritzers and things like that, but it's made with all natural herbs. So if you're trying to stop drinking alcohol, you'll get that nice, beautiful buzz and that feel good that you get with alcohol, but you don't get the toxicity from the alcohol with using natural herbs. So coming soon, so watch for that. But check this out, guys. My bacon slab is gone. It is gone. And every day it gets more swelling, goes down. Yeah, I still wish I could have put some and put it back there, but that's okay. I'm gonna give me a booty pad or something to help me with that. But I'm so happy to get this bacon meat. It was horrible. I mean, I would literally have to grab my arm like this and hold my belly, a whole arm full. But it's gone now, and I'm so pleased. The surgery is painful, not as painful as I thought it would be, but I do not regret at all finally getting this procedure done. I wish I would have done it a long time ago. So if you've been kind of putting it off, build your immune system up, make sure that your blood count is high, get your body as healthy as you can get it before you undergo this surgery, because that's the baseline of better healing. And I think I would have healed better too down here if my protein count had been up. But I told you guys I have that alpha gal syndrome, so I can't eat red meat, any mammal meat. Say for instance, like I didn't eat pig anyway, but pork, beef, lamb, anything that nurses. My body is highly allergic to it, and you get that from ticks. And you know, back in the day, I want to say 3 or 4 years ago, oh, Billy Boy, y'all know who I'm talking about, Billy Boy, mentioned something about weaponizing the ticks. So I think this is all planned too. And then the big push for us not to eat meat and want us to eat crickets and stuff, this is all planned. But let me get in here because I want to talk to you guys about the 3 days of darkness. And I know I said something, I did a short video last week where I mentioned about the 3 days of darkness. Now, I don't know if this is going to really happen. I don't know if it's going to be a symbolic 3 days of darkness to where like negative energies of lots of stuff popping off, or if it's a literal 3 days of darkness. And with the solar flares that we're having, we're being bombarded with radioactive, what do you call it? CME waves coming from the sun. And if you've noticed, a lot of planes are going down. They're having malfunctions, not being, the landing gear not working, the engine stopping. Planes are going to be falling out the sky. So guess who not flying nowhere? Monica not flying nowhere. And until we kind of figure out what's going on, folks, I would really consider about flying right now. If you don't need to fly, I would kind of put that off a little bit if you could. But I watched a TikTok this morning from woman, I can't even remember her name, but her message was so strong to me. I felt like I needed to talk about this possible 3 days of darkness. If something does happen like that, guys, which I hope it doesn't, but it's imperative that make sure that you have enough food and water in your homes right now. Don't rely on flashlights and things like that. She mentioned to use kerosene lamps, which I'm prepared for that. And also she says beeswax candles. And there's something significant about that. I don't know what it is, but all I can say is it resonates in my core, some of the information that she shared. So if you can, get you some beeswax candles. If you have a kerosene lamp, great. Um, she says, don't use the scented candles, you know, the ones that smell good and all that. I don't understand why she said not to do it. I'm going to try and do some more research and try and figure out where that comes from. But I'm just sharing this information that resonated with me. So be prepared, but not scared. Remember again who and what we are. We are sovereign, free spirit beings. But these archons, the ruler of this system of things, the most high over all the earth, whatever you want to call these beings that are running the show at the very top, they feed on fear and chaos and being unsettled and uncertain. She also mentioned about the possibility of the dimensions blending some type of way. We're in 3D, and as the dimensions blend, we're going to be able to see what's already around us, but we can't see with our physical eyes. We can't see it right now. So you may start seeing some freaky stuff, beings or things that don't make sense to you. It is imperative that we not be afraid. Again, remember who and what we are. And these beings, whoever's running the show, whatever's running the show in this matrix dimension, whatever you want to call it. And I think it's a combination of all of those things. It's not exactly what we think, but I think that we're being guided to have some idea of what's going on. So if you start seeing these weird things, try not to be afraid. Tap into that inner light that we all have within us, that spark of the divine creator, not these little cuckoo gods of the Bible. The divine creator of the cosmos and everything in it. We all have a spark of it within us. Tap into that. Ground yourself with that. Everything that we need is not outside of us, it's within us. Okay? This is going to be just a short video. Again, I just wanted to share that message with you, to not be afraid. Let's see who else is in here, because I'm not going to stay on very long. I just wanted to say this. Let's see. Hearing by hearing, of course. Okay, you're the only one that's commented hearing by hearing, and I really appreciate that. I see there's more folks in here. I'm going to stand up one more time so you can see the bacon slab update, and then I'm going to close this puppy. Hang on a second. Let me turn it over here. If anybody's interested and want to see, again, this is the surgery was December the 2nd. Today is the 30th, and they removed 10 pounds. Again, my belly was down to about here. The hanging skin, and they repaired the hernia that was up here and got rid of all the hanging slab of bacon. It's gone. But again, it's so worth it. So worth it. So anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and close now. Imperative, stay in that high love vibration. Do not allow these beings or whatever they're trying to do. They're trying to bring our energy down. They're trying to bring our vibrational energy down, because that is their food. That's their louche, it's called. And that's why they keep doing things to make us scared. Oh, the drones are here and everything is happening. Da, 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 da. Everything to try and lower our vibration. We cannot allow that to happen. Stay high. Keep your vibrations high. And remember who we are. Okay? Till next time, guys. I'll see you guys later. Maybe I'll do another video tomorrow. If it start getting dark, oh, that's what I wanted to say. About the candles, she says about using kerosene and beeswax candles. Don't depend on batteries and nothing like that, or the scented candles. Also, she mentioned to, if you can, you want to cover your windows with, she said, aluminum foil and plastic, and duct tape it closed. And if it does go into the 3 days of darkness, don't be peeping out your window. If anybody comes knocking at your door after the lights go out, do not let them into your home. I don't care if it's your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your children. Matter of fact, I sent that video to each one of my children and my relatives who may possibly come to my door. And I let them know this may be happening. If you're afraid, you better come now, because once the lights go out, you're not coming in my house at all. Again, I hope this is not literal, but if it is, please keep that in mind. Okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to order those emergency Mylar blankets, those little thin Mylar blankets, and I'm going to order several of those, and I'm going to tape those on to my windows, and I'm closing every one of these windows. I'm not going to do it now, but if I see that there's something's happening, I'm going to have my duct tape ready. I'm going to have my Mylar sheets ready, aluminum foil, whatever I need to do to cover that. And then while I'm thinking about it again, remember when all this mess was happening with the drones here and all over? Now they're saying it could be commercial, it could be hobbyist, and it could be da 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 da. But if you have viewed any of those videos, in between those drones, they are these plasmoid looking things. People describe it as the Ezekiel's wheel, a wheel within a wheel. And they're kind of turning this way, all different multicolored plasma looking things. They call them plasmoids. There is something is brewing. I can't put my finger on it, but my spidey senses is like, pay attention. Pay attention, no fear, but pay attention to what's happening around us. Trying to think if there's anything else I feel like I need to say to you guys. Not at this time. But no fear, but keep your head on a swivel. Okay? Till next time, my babies, keep your vibrations high. And I'll talk to you guys another time. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. No fear.